you know, this whole idea of bringing visibility to this area for the Indigenous or the Anishinaabe or even the Sioux that were here is a beautiful vision commitment for me. You know, and everywhere I look, even in this room here, that is my niece in that black jingle dress. The 1, 2, 3, 4th from this corner. And when I saw that, you know, I told my sister, that's our niece. So everywhere I look, I grew up on the Bad River Reservation. I was in foster care there with non-Indian people were my foster parents. My non-Indian dad was chair of the Bad River Reservation for 12 years. That doesn't happen anymore, you know. The Native people have taken control of their own lands, and this visibility thing, that's what we're about here today. Because this was once our land. When you talk about blood memory, for us, an example of that for me is I moved away from this area. When I was living in Bad River, I used to travel here at least once a month with me and my brother and my sister. We used to come to Duluth. That was a big trip for us, a fun time. And when Goldman's, when it used to be the big department store, because I remember shopping in Goldman's by the bridge. And I still see some of the buildings that I knew when I was a kid, when we'd make these monthly trips here to Duluth. And my mother, now I didn't know my mother until I was 26. And she lived in Duluth. She lived in Duluth for 30 years. She's a Fond du Lac band member. She's deceased now, but I never even knew I was enrolled in Fond du Lac till I turned 16 and got a work permit. And then I saw that my name wasn't even my last name that I grew up with. That's another long story. But when I moved away from this area and I moved to Milwaukee, I lived in Milwaukee for 25 years. I used to dream about Lake Superior all the time. I used to dream that I was flying over it. And all the while I was living in Milwaukee, I dreamed about the lake. So when I finally moved back here, I don't dream about it anymore. That's blood memory because it's in me. And we believe there's a spirit in Lake Superior, and we're supposed to be taking care of her, that lake, making that bundle and feeding her. And I went to a ceremony. There was just 3 of us, a friend of mine and a colleague that I went to school with. He was from Canada, but he sang in the language. We went down to the lake and we did a little ceremony all of our own. He sang a song and we fed that spirit of the lake and put a clothing bundle in there for her. And we're supposed to keep up with these kinds of ceremonies to honor the lake. Miigwech.